as well. But yeah. But plans kind of out the window today, but we make do. And if we... I think this probably, unfortunately, will have to be a two-parter. Again, because I hope Spain will be back, right? But I have no idea.
Yeah, it's just like, no clue what's going to happen. Really, it's just, it's how it be, and it be unfortunate.
Yeah.
It really do. But yeah, Head Stomp is going to be an amazing event.
Always this.
Of course, a gold for Gear Xrd Rev that we'll get to watch today, of course. Gold event for Grand Blue. It's Tekken World Tour. Challenger or something. A part of the World Tour for Tekken. So if you're a fan of those games as well, you got that. Is it a need? I'm trying to remember if it's in the EWC list. I think it is as well for Fatal Fury, the recent game that's come out. I'm sure people will have spotted people like KSI and iShow Speed. If you're watching it on the, what was it, Dan's stream, you probably would have sniped man like Damascus doing comms for a King J versus Kayani set during the fight over the weekend. So that game will be at Head Stomper as well. That'll be an Esports World Cup qualifier, so expect high-level play there as well.
I like Niaz is like, can we go Pikachu? Yes, and he's true. He's right.
As the lawyer.
Yeah, this is a lawyer.
It's the dude that stands just by the sets, giving the thumbs up, making sure the players are ready. Like good. Oh damn! And we get the Leo Axel matchup to kick things off.
Society.
I can live my dream of living vicariously through Neos. And he's actually godlike Leo.
Leo versus Axel. Duel 1.
Alright. So there we go. Game 1. We just saw Axel rocking this exact same color. You know, that's kind of based. Alright.
Got the denim fadeaways on the side of Neos. Looking dripped out. And he's going to look dripped out when he wins this t-shirt. I'll put the shields up.
Oh man. You know what? Maybe you can get a denim shirt actually with a logo on it. Because it is Gear Xrd Rev. That'd be kind of cool.
Prime Triple H hours, yes.
Yeah, gonna get the lows overhead. There we go. And time to take a trip downstairs. Shocker in a bit of trouble here. Oh, just BRC ahead. Nice idea, but didn't quite pan out.
Neos just had that 2D buffered all day. Took the gamble with the eyes and stopped the drop by Shocker.
Unfortunate, right?
Neos with the 2D on the wake up. Blows up throw text, things like that. And then with RC available after, still gets to do mix. And the mix was 5D. Block those high. Eyes and Storm, the flash kick, reversal, on point, run through, does get grabbed. Shocker with the counterplay. Okay, tried to RC to get the pop, but right on the tip of a 5-piece, so couldn't get too much off it. 2H, big counter hit. My god, Neos is swinging with violence on these wake-ups. Knockdown, run through. Same side overhead with the back turn heavy. Anti-air Shocker now. In a pretty solid spot, able to control the positioning of the screen, the real estate, the flow of the game itself. You see he's there sitting on 100 tension. Pots 50 of it to confirm into the Dio Brando.
Yeah, we're gonna get the bomber there, not gonna let March going out.
Didn't find no parts of Jesus though, but that's okay.
Yep, very nice. Well played there by Shocker. Getting that first game on the board. I'll have to wait for the game to actually Yep. We do have a donation tab as well. What it means is that if you want to help out these players getting sponsored, maybe help out a little bit with travel, anything like that, some extra food at the event, we do have a goal down there as well, donation goal for today. And any little bit really helps, just, helps me provide more stuff for the players, really. And if we get a ton of money, which I don't think so, but if we do, I would be able to sponsor maybe an extra player.
Through that, love, we are converting the online brackets into the beauty that is an offline bracket. So
yeah, I just said, let's just bring SaltyEU offline, all of it.
It's where it's at its best.
Duel 1.
Positively.
Alright. Just gonna... First here, didn't want any of those shenanigans. Backdashing away. Alright, here we go. Another Renson coming out. Man, look at that. The zoning from Shocker. Just so strong here. 2S.
Baiken, this was the struggle of Leo throughout this game, is trying to get in on the Axel.
And the Axel bomber coming out. The JH. Love that button, man. Look at that. It's just the Axel. Oh, wait a second. 2H. Uh-oh.
It begins into the back turn. Overhead once more. Run it back once more. Ooh, dancing.
Consider yourself mixed. For the power bomb. And super. He's going to connect there.
Nice. Alenios.
Ale. Ooh, wait, I got, somebody got Ruth the Axel players out there. I take my Ale back.
That's crazy.
Ale Shocker.
Did that.
What do you even say?
Trying to do that shield off Turbulence, but delay 2H blowing that up.
Yeah, just to pressure the flex shield that. Ooh, I try to parry. It's the hard call out there, not quite working out for Neos. Jumping back, ooh, just a 5k. And jumping in here. 2P.
It's how you gotta do it. You gotta wait for your moment to find that air dash in on the more longer recovery buttons that Axel has. Shocker though, didn't break the wall. Oh my days.
Yeah,
There's
we're
no
off
shot.
here. And just
Magic
throw out the
pixel.
Renson. Another 2H here to create some distance.
Neil's trying to do the you say run moment. Never mind.
Yeah.
The villainous 2H shuts that down. No hero moment.
Tied up here. Again, connecting there with the rainwater. Hit. Okay.
That dash. Recognize that situation. It's like right on the tip of 6k, so Eisenstorm might not have connected. Opt for the cheeky reset of the run through.
Oh, again, man. Shocker kind of clean with it today, not gonna lie. The 2P gonna connect as well. Not quite gonna get that combo, and this could be awful.
Had to stack too many pennies at once. Might prove costly. Has to deal with the mix. Lows, plus frames.
Good FD there to stay alive. Oh, 2P, 2-0. What do you say in, do we have any Austrians in chat? What do you say rooting for, all in the German, I'd be like, sehr geil, Shocker, or something, like, how do you have like a, alle, but it's German or Austrian?
That's a good question. That's one for chat right there. Can definitely,
Mine is Sieger.
Can definitely answer that one.
CSE. Was good. Having a qualifier bracket for Headstumber, one of the, I guess, the biggest fighting game event in the Nordic countries. Pretty hype. Alvarez, it's because we are on the front page of Twitch, so it's kind of like a little bit fake views, I guess. I thought it's because it's super cool and everyone's excited. It's cool.
Yes, we love the V-bots. I mean, yes, we love the front page. Yes.
Mine is called My Goats. But yeah.
It is kind of cool, dude. Like,
it is very cool the way that, they
you
kind of
go from-
rotate. You get a spot on the, on the front page.
It's nice little rotation where it's like you get like the biggest names like Angry Ginge, you get like Caesarian for those that play stuff like Path or Last Epoch, and then you like do 2 more and then bam, SaltyEU.
Yeah, it's a 2-0 situation right now for Shocker. Get the 2K there. Tornado connecting. Neos in all trouble.
I can't respect what he was trying to go for. He wanted to get into the back turn stance to try and back turn deep, try and get the shield off, but
2HR. Again, gotta remember this character Axel is made of paper, so you cannot lose a lot of things here.
he sets back to neutral though, so back in favor of Shocker, who gets to control the pace once more.
Yasi, good tech on that throw. Oh, oi, oi, oi.
Got a point. Soaking up the sickle.
Oh, that's gonna connect. I wonder if that's a mental stack thing, right? Oh, where are you going? Oh my god, he got scammed. Oh no. Okay.
My god, the clothesline from hell.
Yeah. That was very cool tech though. But yeah, unfortunate that he just went to the moon. Tornado out there, good conversion again. This time flash kick, having up Mako.
Turns out Shocker is the storm that's coming. Who knew? Trying to avoid the tornadoes. Playing twisters out here.
You know,
No
as
shots.
an Axel player, this pleases me greatly. Imagine if I get to sponsor Axel.
Could you imagine? What a timeline that would be.
Yeah. Ooh. Flex shield.
Oh, the blow up. Caught in the dash. Shock with the 3-0.
And say the next match in this part of the bracket will be against Andros. So maybe a little bit rough. Yeah. Means we're gonna have CrashTF up against Minion for the next match.
Okay.
Man like filet mignon.
Mignon. Crash with the Baiken most likely, I assume.
Yep.
Be shocked if there's anything else. Had a couple of solid moments throughout sort of the last season of Offlines. In particular, getting top 8 at Mix-Up was a huge dub for Crash at that event. So looking to try and sneak into more top 8s.
I think Crash, if I, I know Crash, right? And Crash told me personally that, at, it was at Install 2024, right? His biggest, I guess, what's it called? Oh my god. His, the biggest thing that happened to him, right? The thing that excited him the most was gonna get pizza with me in Helsinki. I just remember, he's like starstruck. He shook my hand. He's like, "Are you the ace?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh my god, I'm your biggest fan."
The ace.
Someone top two, and depending on if we get more crowdfunding, it's gonna be top 3. And due to a strange technicality, if Resil wins, also top 3.
What is this technicality? Okay.
It is that Resil already has a hotel booked, or like it's at a friend or something, and it's so cheap that I can just straight up pay for it, and it's no problem.
Oh yeah, because Resil does live. Oh yeah, it makes sense, right? With some of the more Nordic players.
Resil is like far away, not Nordic at all, right? So, do you mean Resil is Nordic?
Right?
It's
not Nordic, but Resil's quite close, right? At least to like Copenhagen-ish. Or am I bugging? Is my geography just cheeks?
like Austria, dude.
That's close. That's close to me, man.
Let me just get a minion in there. Resil is here as well. Yeah, I think everyone should root for Resil. There we go.
True.
I know I
Does
kind of am
technically-
because like having more players there is just cool.
Definitely. Turns out Resil also agrees with that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Minion from Greece. Greece, of course, also has a pretty sick event, especially Olympians. Plenty of beautiful EU events in this Art World Tour
Yeah,
this time. There's like 10 events or something, so
yeah. I mean,
there's a lot more representation, which is sick to see.
yeah. EU, I guess EU TOs are a really good relationship with Axis. I kind of love to see it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend, if people haven't, to look at the blue post, where he hands the producer Ken from Arxis hands like a gift of all the some like notes from the German community and all that stuff. Really beautiful post. The dust.
I completely forgot, and it's so funny, right? I was so busy with everything that I forgot to make a tweet that we were doing this.
Oh my.
Did I head stomp the bullet?
It's okay. You can get the tweet out now. Have the yet again the overheads.
Michelle, could you make a... It sounds like Alexa, could you... Michelle, could you make a clip real quick so I can just add to the tweet? And I'm just gonna...
SaltyEU stands, no backdashes here, gets caught. Slide drop though. Much big
A little
in
bit
full screen.
sketchy.
Straight piece. Connects off the Eddie. The shadow clapping away. Mineion. Taking game one.
Yeah. So good stuff there from Minion. It would be cool to sponsor Zato player too, you know. It's a sponsorship tournament. The winner of this will, or the top two of this will go to Headstomper, and we are on the front page, which means, you know, kind of cool.
Yeah, Headstomper is a fighting game event in Malmo, Sweden, end of May, featuring a load of pretty sick fighting games, and it's got free ice cream. So, like,
Featuring me as the main TO of that game,
True.
by the way.
insert the ice pointing picture.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say, if you lost to me today, then you are gonna... I'm actually gonna see you low. Alright, gonna survive that, just gonna go for that slump. We got one stick of butter. This time, gonna spend it for that hard knockdown. Positive tension.
Let's see. Cryo pre head stomper. Cryo post head stomper.
Alright, so one thing low-key, as long as we might be having low-key a who can make the biggest ice cream challenge, or who can eat the most challenge without getting sick.
Okay, this is...
Yeah. I might be doing something like that. Because,
But it's
well, it's a story I can tell R.E.V.O, but we need to eat as much ice cream as possible. The only reward is you might feel sick afterwards. Alright, gonna get that counter hit. Sending out Eddie. Here we go.
The question is though, what kind of flavors are we talking? Is this just pure...
It's just pure like soft serve, and then there's a lot of like different sprinkles and sauces.
If you're going for the most, you're just going to stick with the soft serve, you know, get nothing extra. Joey Chestnuts don't put the ketchup and mustard on those hot dogs, you know what I mean?
What's your favorite soft serve sauce?
Oh, I'm quite a classic kind of person. You know, I'm quite basic when it comes to this kind of stuff. I defo keep it nice and simple with stuff like, you know, the strawberry
All right.
kind of things.
My man,
maybe
you
a
can just
flake in
stop
there.
right there. You can just stop right there. Strawberry
wrong?
is the goat. Thank you. Actually,
Yes.
good opinion. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. It's like the one thing that I think we have ever agreed on. Dude, that's crazy.
I feel like there may reach a point during Head Stomper though, where I'll just randomly decide, listen, I've got this drink in my hand. What if I pour the drink on the ice cream?
Alright, you lost me there.
And it could be a slippery slope. But I don't know. A rum sauce on ice cream could go hard.
Here we go. France not looking too hot today. So far, it is just all minion.
Like imagine a Captain Morgan soft serve.
Alright, just pressuring on. Crash in a lot of trouble. PRC level. I'm always saying level 1, dude. Can't help it. Like DBFC, punish me for life. Level 1. You have two bars, right? Where's your level 2? What's going on?
I mean, to be fair, some characters do.
Yeah, that's true, right?
They got 2 bar supers, so
Is it?
you're not technically wrong.
Yeah, I'm
for some of
technically
them,
right
if
now.
you say level 1, level 2.
Here we go, and we're gonna take a trip downstairs. It is gonna look a little bit rough here.
Crash did get the burst off in time, so the Amorphous won't connect. Gives Crash one small opportunity, and 50 tension available might help with this opportunity as well. First minion gonna make it difficult. Oh, and traded with the fireworks. No invul, so might be a rough one there. Air to airs off the JS. Hold on.
Sanson. And that will do it. Minion with a 3-0.
Life deficit just too long for Crash to deal with, but shouts to Crash.
Shouts to Crash, showing up last second, helping out. They were meant to be part of the team exhibition we were gonna have. They were part of Team France. It was man. I don't even wanna. It makes me sad talking about it. I'm just gonna name the team that Spain had, and you're gonna be so sad. You're gonna be so sad.
You could always show the graphic. You'd be like, "This is what we could have."
Okay, yeah, true. I did make the pretty graphic, right? So
it does deserve. If it is a pretty graphic, it does deserve to at least get shown.
That's true.
You know,
F11 this. Scatter was taken. Is this? It's the same scatter, yeah. Look at the Spanish team, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the Spanish team, and tell me you're not super sad right now. I mean, French team super hype as well, of course. But look at those names.
Diction. Ooh. Yeah, Scatter is also affected by the power outage, as are probably quite a few members of Team Spain, if not all of them. So it is. Is Andros okay actually? Because Andros is in this bracket.
Yeah, Andros is not doesn't have any power right now. It's only Vlink so far, and Addiction actually as well.
Okay. It's unfortunate, but hopefully, fingers crossed. There's still plenty of time until we can get to the Andros set, so we might be okay. Scatter maybe less so.
Thank you. Yeah, man. I'm just sad because it's like all the homies that came back that I haven't seen play in such a long time because they kind of dropped the game a little bit. Liverpool has won the championship. Code Red.
They did win the Premier League. It is true.
You hype about that? Like,
No.
no?
No, I'm the opposite. Because I know Scousers, so they're now insufferable.
Yeah, for a whole year, baby.
It's just a struggle. And my team's just stuck.
So,
Feels bad. It'd be like that. Up the blades. Up the blades.
that's easy.
Sheffield United. Up the blades, Cryo. Up the blades. That 2-point deduction, night and day. Could have changed the landscape of the championship, but it didn't.
And Sheffield, huh?
Damn! Okay, this is ridiculous.
Don't worry, don't worry. It's okay.
No Captain Morgan soft serve for you. Get out of here. It's ridiculous.
Man. So now, right, people are gonna be like, you know, because of that, but I'll say. But my whole family, I have my cousin, her dad is from Wales, and the family's like from Wales and England. And that whole side of the family, they support United. MU, like Manchester. That means I have now been given the unfortunate, you know, it's not a privilege of being a United supporter, which is awful nowadays. I was there though when Sir Ferguson was there. You know, United was winning everything. It was a good time, you know, in my youth. And now I'm older. It's like I had my time, you know, just like in real life.
Moise came, Fellaini.
Yeah. At least, right? The one good thing is that they at least have bad Danish players.
Please say something based. What is based? Something that's truly based is enjoying Shea Gilgeous-Alexander going to the free throw line. That's pretty based. Sanders getting picked in the 4th round is pretty based. Let's see. United being trash is amazing.
I mean,
based.
Are you? Do you like? What does Shy even play for? Thunder? Are you a Thunder fan?
I'm a Thunder fan all day.
Dude,
I might have my Westbrook jersey somewhere.
Being a
Cracking
Thunder,
open a
being a
cold
Thunder
one.
fan is like being a Manchester City fan. Apart from Thunder never winning anything.
Give me a. Oh, okay, you need. I will hit you.
There's something like it's so new school, you know. As a Boston Celtic fan.
Westbrook's MVP season can never be replicated.
Westbrook?
I will just simply speak louder. I can't answer that.
Yeah, that's a crazy question to put in chat.
That one right now is only 7 p.m. here. This is not a 7 p.m. kind of question.
Yeah.
But Tenta, cracking open the cold one, say less. Let me know your favorite beverage. That's what we care about the most. At my local, there's a beautiful pale ale called Deception. It's my go-to.
Your IPA guy? Damn. I thought we had common ground, but it seems
the other options are like the generic lagers or like locally brewed stout.
That sounds based.
But too much stout, I just struggle with.
I can see you being a lightweight. That's cool.
Oh, no overdrive cancel, no supers. It's okay, dude.
Go. I mean, Falsefire did make top 8 for Salty a couple of weeks ago. Very, very strong player. On the other hand, Vlink, maybe someone you don't really see in top 8, but someone you do see around top 16s quite a bit on Salty. So definitely someone to look out for. Very, very strong player. Again, one of the people who qualified, right? So definitely very, very worth it.
I really like the routing from Falsifier there. Tried to beat the burst that Vlink had. The jump cancel FD. Recognized there wasn't going to be a burst. Popped out with the Goomba stomps. Oh, low off the rope. Push the wall break. God, the run up.
Take a trip downstairs. Gonna get that low, and that's gonna be Falsifier. Game 1. Alright.
Feeling maybe just going a bit too crazy with the dashes. Trying to get close to normals, I think is what's happening here, and then Falsifier's just like, that's fine. Please run into stuff like Happy Chaos 2S. I'll gladly take that. So I need to take a little breather. It can be tough though, but on a character like Chipp, we could definitely maneuver around the crosshair more effectively than a majority of the cast.
Here we go again. Gonna maybe take a trip downstairs. Yes, sir. That's gonna be so much damage here. Vlink in a bit of trouble. Gonna get the jump in though.
Franklin's so sick. Into the wall break. That actually, oh, not gonna be enough. Never mind. Trying to catch this Happy Chaos, but the movement is crisp from both of them. Chaosy reaction on the backdash to catch it. Berserk one's pretty good. I'd recommend Origin if no one's tried that. The latest Dynasty Warriors game, hella sick. Wall breaks, okay. We're gonna do off that hard knockdown. Safe jumps on in.
All tied up here again. The interesting matchup between these two. Not something I see very often, right? Chipp players nowadays a little bit few and far between. Apart from you know, we've got Scuffed, of course, holding you down. But yeah, looking very, very solid here for certain.
Nicely just Scarf, Boltan. Oh, that whiff, that's so unfortunate. But it pays off in the end.
Oh, look at the damage.
Just call the investment super. That's all it was. Yeah. Pay those dividends, yes.
Quite able to finish that round, right? And now suddenly this could be a little bit rough for Vlink. You do not want to drop this round. I know, right? Vlink just going to be... No, mind, that's good. We get that jab.
5 keys. Okay, one apiece. No more free O's today.
One piece is real.
Oof. There was anger then. But it's subsided, it's okay.
Duel 1.
So, finally we have the match here. Keep going, gonna get that gunshot out of there. Again, the pressure, the throw coming out. Half-Life here, already lost. Bursting immediately. Throw.
Of course. This such a risky burst from Vlink. Putting yourselves in a tough spot. Gonna have to try and get something off this round, and instead Falsifier takes it. And now we see why it was such a risky burst.
Yeah.
Because now our Vlink's gonna have to play out this round with no burst. And now stuck in the corner against Happy Chaos. It is a rough spot to be in.
Still got that slump meta. Look at that. Just putting on so much pressure. Another slump, this time with Super. Was that in time, though?
Will be.
It was, yeah.
Makes sense. If you go for another slump, burst gets built, you might as well take the hard knockdown and then do a burst after when you've got the tension available.
I see.
Ooh, ooh. Nothing but red on that health bar. Damn! Ooh, anti-airs. Right back at you. Happy Chaos with the Samoan style headbutt. Ooh, the Zidane, some might say.
Oh, there we go. Gonna extend with that RC and Falsify. Say, you know what, Beck? I'm gonna say, let me take that round right here, right now. Pressuring on. Gonna get the lows though, and yeah, feeling tying it all up.
Out the gun, whiffing on the crouch there, so Vlink able to get that punish. Nice early positive for Falsifier, gonna feel a little bit more comfortable. That burst gauge gonna start filling all the way back up, as is that tension, which enables the RC confirm.
On, there we go. Gonna pop that RC again. Half-life lost there. Look at the damage, Jonesy.
It's rough, especially for a character like Happy Chaos. The defensive stats are not in your favor. Yet again, trying to bait the burst doesn't work out. Avoids the command grab. The fadeaway gunshot connects, and Falsifier goes 2-1 up, of course. All these games, all these sets that get played today, the players gotta get those 3 wins. First to 3 all throughout.
Steiny, we don't have a match Reno today. Instead, we have a it's a pay-to-win donation button. No, but we do have a crowdfund thing going on. And it's because I could technically have made a match Reno, but it's against TOS for me to take the money, even though I'm using it on someone else. But we do have a donation link that you can help out with if you want to help give a little bit of money to these players. Help me sponsor them additionally. Definitely highly appreciate it. Thank you, Walton and Wim, for donating a little bit. We got 11 euro in that prize pool. Well, not prize pool, the sponsorship pool, I guess. Okay. There we go, that's a link. And of course, the more money we get, it means I can help maybe support some travel for the players if need be, or even better, maybe get a third player sponsored.
That'd be crazy if you manage to reach that mark. Falsifier looking to cook here. Set point opportunity. Just needs one more round. One more heart to steal.
Absolutely.
Trying to move a bit heartless here.
In a lot of trouble right now. Just, there we go. Deep, he had enough. And this could be the start of something interesting here. Man, I love the candy cane rope. It's great.
Yeah, the rope include. Oh my god. The block and the burst. Falsifier's been looking for it. All set. Finally pays off. But yeah, the rope has been such an amazing addition for Chipp. And now the YRC gets burst. Everyone asking why RC in that situation. Falsifier takes it 3-1.
Yo, the 6.90 from Icarus. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. And just helps out a little bit. Appreciate it. We're also gonna make some shirts. Like I have for the team members. I'm also gonna put them up if you want a cheeky SaltyEU shirt right there. I need to actually make the designs though in like tomorrow or something. Because we're cutting it kind of close, not gonna lie.
You can to get them ordered up and stuff. There is also the Head Stomper t-shirts as well.
Yes.
If people haven't seen those.
They're cool.
I think pre-orders close later this week for them. Really dope designs, so you can look up The Twitter is simply @headstomper. Nice and simple. If you want more details on that, or if you want to just sign up to the bracket yourselves.
Help me some Headstomper right there. Again, my favorite event probably of Europe. My favorite, it's near and dear to my heart, of course, no doubt about it. But it is just one of those things where I actually, unbiased, also think that it's such a fun event to go to. Because of the way that there's a lot of focus on casual stations, there's free ice cream, the venue is great. It reminds me of Celtic Throwdown in the sense that Celtic Throwdown was also at a hotel, right? And it's just so nice being at a hotel, staying at the hotel, going down to the venue like that. But speaking of nice, we've got two extremely nice players here in Resil and Shinky.
Yeah, I like that we get the more wacky character variety.
Yep.
That high-level online EU is known for. So it's always going to be looking, whenever there's some sort of gap, to try and get a 6p out. Reversal, super! Yeah, definitely, I can expect to see a lot of counter hits in this set. These players will be pressing buttons.
Running in, there we go. Look at that pressure YRC.
Install super 13C. Those error codes now going to be nicely improved. The red line and bolt coming out. Bedman, of course. When that bed does a special, gets an error code relating to it.
Be stuck here in the corner again. Scary mix. Oh, gonna get the hit though, and now Shinky, the one turning the tables, gonna get the super hard knockdown. So much tension on the board. All right.
Yeah, Resil hoping that Beyblade would have just caused a stray tag, or could have maybe built the bar in time to RC afterwards as the way to try and get in, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Has saved all the meter though, so 100 tension on the side of Resil.
Continue on here with the pressure. The super is going to connect, and that is going to tie it all up.
Oh, when that 100 tension I just talked about, it's all gone, Ice. Where'd it go?
From 100 to 0, from 0 to hero. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't matter because Shinky does, and Shinky is right now just putting so much pressure here on the Mishima Saibatsu, by the way. There we go. Maybe it's
Funny. Wow, that's still got the wall stick from so far away. With the NBA jam from downtown. YRC, get off me. Leave me alone. I just ain't having none of that though. Oh my days. Okay, Resil with game 1.
Yeah.
Looking as cracked as they are jacked. Okay.
absolutely. Oh, and yeah, Resil gonna take the first one.
The Venom OST is based. Guilty Gear OST in general is pretty based. I'm extremely excited to see the kind of song that comes out for Lucy when she drops. The mix of cyberpunk with Guilty Gear.
Cyber Gears.
Tingling prospect. Cyber Gears. The Guilty Punk. Oh my god. There it goes.
Get that first
Jesus.
round here.
We can throw all day. Back throw Winston in time. Let's just deconnect and get the pick up off it though, but it's fine. It's not even set play, it's just chip play. Mixes, it's all mids, but look at the chip damage. The wrist build up. Oh, back throw though. Okay, yes, the vacuum.
Oi, oi, oi.
Dyson button.
Yeah, BRC. Stay alive here, sending out Eddie. Both places PRCing to return to neutral here, but is that anti-air counter hit from Resil gonna make it a 2-0 lead? Alright. Kinda clean, not gonna lie.
Yeah, the pressure once Resil gets started is just so tough for Zato to deal with. Has to take a huge gamble, either trying to jump out, challenge with a 5p or a 6p or anything really. And when you got to deal with the constant plus frames, the constant guard crush that Resil can send out with the Bedman.
Counter hit. KO again. Gonna get the air throw. Not bad. And the Zato pressure, no matter which patch we're on, I don't care. This Zato pressure, so strong. 6p.
Oh.
Oh.
Shuts down all that pressure.
Yep.
Say less.
I present you with one pressure. My counter offer. How about a super? And there we go. It's gonna be set point for Resil. One round away here from moving on to our winners round 2. Falsifier, by the way, is waiting for the winner of this match.
Oh, deflection gets blown up. In with the deflect D's. Shouts to Pap. 6p ready. Unlock. Oh! Base the throw. Hook, line, and stinker. Not going to be enough, but on so little life, one stray tag is what it's going to take in the fade away. The jump back JP ends up connecting Resil. Taking it for you.
Yep. Looking very, very clean here. That means we are ready to move on into our next match. It's going to be, I think Revill is gonna be here later. I don't think Revill's here yet, but Revill will be here anyways. Krilo is here. Cuenca is obviously not here. We could do Resil Falsifier. We could do Shin. Oh yeah, Revill is here. Perfect timing actually. Sheesh.
It's kind of. Did you say Cuenca's here?
I can't believe it. I just talked it into existence.
Amazing. That's the power of this SaltyEU TO.
Perfect.
Oh.
So Scarfed on one hand, Revill on the other.
Bang money on the desk. It's over for me, Ice.
It's over.
I'm out for 3 months. I can't. Ah! Pain is too much.
Primal scream. It's not easy being a commentator, man.
It's tough.
Yeah. Not like being a TO, you know.
Oh, that's true. I've heard it's pretty easy being a TO. You know, you live on your nice yacht. You get that big TO money. Say Twitch, put us on the front page. Twitch complies. It's powerful clout and aura that TOs can get. Alright, so some more chip action, but we get our stint of the day.
Yep.
It's gonna be Revill trying to be gluttonous here and take that dub.
Revolution.
Oh, the revolution.
Yeah. You know, maybe we'll have a revelation this match, and
Oh!
see. But yeah, let's not revel in it too much.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
It's cooking. 3 out of 3.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Let's just say these puns are gonna get me scarfed for life.
Dude, I had that exact one in my mind, and I thought, nah, that's kind of whack.
Oh.
Mankind knew that they can duel
I'm
one.
the keg, you're the bottle. Shouts to Deku. That's my Kaizo Sunshine streamer right there. Mario Sunshine tech stream first, EMEA ggst TO second.
Bro.
Finished it yesterday. Oh my.
Oh.
It wouldn't be a Strive bracket without Strive Earth helping us out. Minion wins.
Uh-oh. Oh, they're desync. It's a long time since I saw that.
Oh, we're just getting all.
And my controller disconnected. Wait, no. Oh my god, I'm actually a silly little guy.
What
It's because in fact, it's my arcade stick that's in my PC and not the controller.
It's true. You were gaming on that stick.
But I usually have my my pad controlling game because, you know, it's like that's easier than having a stick. Now the game is just kind of stuck there though.
I like this song. It's a pretty good song.
It's a good song. It was good blood. Alright, we're back. And I got even my pad for now. So, in fact, it's a great song. Oh yeah, true. They can't play for a couple minutes now. That's like a bug.
It's true. They do have to wait a ickle bit.
Yeah.
Just till it unspaghettis itself.
Sometimes it truly is the game of all time.
It's.
But yeah, I mean, it's been worse. I'm
It's the
really
beauty of it.
complain too much, right?
It's true.
We could do some of the losers matches off stream. I'm just a little bit scared if I do that we're not gonna have enough matches. Probably should do that. At least for
do you just-
losers round 1, right?
Is it just a case of you get a certain length of time, or is it just purely just the length of however long you want the stream to be?
So, for front page, that stuff is gonna be up until 1 a.m. I'm not gonna have the players play until 1 a.m. obviously. But
That's crazy.
we do have some time. But I think I'm gonna have them play off stream. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
You two can play off stream.
So logging in on possibly. Oh, they gotta wait anyway. Be like that. We got teased. The start of that set. It's just gonna make it all that more sweeter.
Yeah, we're just waiting. Of course, Revill Scarf having classic desync issue, unfortunately. So, I guess we can, we can pull up the bracket while we're waiting. Pull up the bracket. Let me show you guys what we're dealing with here.
Yeah. We haven't really talked. Yeah. Let's talk about some of the players that we haven't seen yet. Show it all off. Yeah.
Got Andros, of course, still stuck in the Spain loop. Then we have Shocker, which saw 3-0 against Neos. We got Resil and Falsifier. That one can't be played later on. Got Cuenca and Scatter. Both of those people have no internet right now, so cursed. And Scarf Travel is the match we have on right now. These two are playing off stream. So this one can also be played off stream, I guess. Lose of 9 is this one. So unluckily enough, I guess these two matches here are someone that we won't be able to get, but we can get this one. At least we can move all the way into top 8. Pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this bracket. Some very, very strong players in here. I would be happy like any of these, you know, sponsoring any of these really. So
yeah, I feel like they do a fair job in the offline bracket as well. Plenty of names that have gone pretty deep in offline brackets, top 8s, top 6s. So you can definitely see that happening.
like I definitely feel like a lot of these players would be favorites to get into top 8 at least for Headstop, alright? So
yeah, definitely.
Right. But here we go.
Alright.
We back. Soy el Escarft up against the GG player.
Really the tail of the tape right there.
R.E.V.O.
Is that connection cursed?
Might be. Gotta remake the lobby? Man.
Might need a remake. Oh dear. It is the funny one.
Alright. What?
Ugh.
Yeah, but they got it like twice? That's so weird. It is gubbed, don't worry. Yeah. Oh yeah, they got weight, yeah. Oh, it happens on repeat? Alright, we'll do another match. Let's say that. We'll do another match. Let's do Resil and Falsifier. I can't believe it. You know, we're getting hit by like the most cursed bracket on Earth today. We caught the big gulp on stream. Big gulp.
That was a pretty big gulp.
And it's big gulp.
Didn't realize how much of a big gulp it was, but I was too committed to it.
Yeah.
My fault. But yeah,
Man
we are getting...
Man like Gulpsy.
Gulpsy, oh my god. Please. Yeah, we are getting the rough end of it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I mean, Spain, like, having a, you know, once in a million national crisis event where power dies for the whole nation, plus some of France and Portugal, the day where we have a tournament with pretty much players from mostly those countries, is like, it's actually crazy, right?
The timing is
impeccable.
And of course, Striver's like, you know what? You need some D6. Let's get you... Let's make it a real proper bracket experience for all those tuning in.
Alright, we got Gamba. We got a Gamba live.
B. Feel free to spend those. Yes.
I'm also going to pure back for 1 sec.
Oh no. I'm left alone with just chat. It's time. We run this now. Wow, it's still connected. Unfortunate drop there off the 6H. Oh, fuzzy jump in. Okay, back through incidents. Can we get no drops? Superman punch, okay. Also fire my chief. Lost the concentration though, enabled Resil to move on through. God crushes. The pressure! Oh my! Need to refill that concentration, does so, and avoids the cone before B8. Disappears. Beyblades connects, JS. Wall stick. Oh, the 6H is not enough. It's okay. The clash of normals pays off for Clan Resil. With the empty low. God, Crochet, it's time. Using White Water Sword as well to guarantee the heavy error. It's a rough spot. Oh my god, these air 2s! It could be a factor yet again. That's the FD so much, the gold burst. But it just makes Falsifier look silver in this set. Resil going up 1-0 here.
Yep,
To kick
looking
this
good.
off.
Again, Resil fans rejoicing, saying, you know what, Resil gets top 3. You know, we all win. We all win.
Truly cracked as they are jacked.
Mankind knew. Duel 1.
Right, let's rock.
Feels like low concentration, you can see. On the side of Falsifier. Almost at 100 tension, so try not to use FD all the way. Now at 100 tension, 2S, RC connects. Cannot go for the hard knockdown, will do. Twirl the guns, Deus Ex Machina.
Go. First round Falsifier here, looking strong. Bring out the gun here. A trip to the wall. Pressure.
Yeah, this is long. And that risk keeps building up. Curse now applied. Full wall break. Resil, full burst. Immediately uses half of it on the Wildest Hole.
I'll see. Deflect shield keeping Resil alive there, but it is just Falsifier. Looking super solid right now.
Got zoning though right now. And it makes sense. If the curse isn't applied on Resil, and they manage to get that cone out just in time, they end up having the advantage full screen over Happy Curse for that short little window. Resil going to take that window of opportunity all the way into securing another round and an opportunity to maybe go 2 games up here.
Stand. Entering in, it is Resil now. Oh, what a burst, man. Alright, that was kind of unfortunate, right, for Resil. Just, go into corner now here. Alright, this time, I'm not going to go for the slump, just going to go for the wall break. Want that tension. Right, a lot of resources to play around with here. Quite good. And the super coming out, making this a 1-1. Alright. Clean.
Yeah, all those little multi-hits don't have that much of effect on stuff like the guts, so able to close it out with the damage. And Falsifier ties it up 1 apiece. Making it all to play for.
Yep. Right. Game 3. So, all tied up here. Both players showing why they are in contention to get the sponsorship. But it's Resil getting the better of it here. And Falsifier saying, you know what, I had enough. Let me just get out of here with that early burst.
We got the punish on the Beyblade, no RC, so Resil couldn't make it safe, didn't have the 50 tension available. Does now. We'll go back to neutral. Curse will be applied though, you can see that green stink on the bed.
And that pressure start, yeah, and that's just gonna kill. All right. It always surprises me, man, how that projectile in the end just like do so much damage sometimes. I guess, albeit this wasn't the worst case scenario of that. Damage though.
Yeah, this might be the worst case for Falsify though.
Yeah.
It's a rough spot. We'll have to burst off that hit.
Get the
Able to
curse,
apply the
right?
curse. Yeah. Problem is concentration is not ideal. Below half, and now with that 13C install, so those error codes.
Yep, that's gonna
Be
do it.
even more potent. Chase.
I wrestle. Looking very, very good right now. Up 2-1 again. Super close set. Can't say anything right for certain, but man, solid. Looking solid.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Alright. Early burst again, and this time we see the aggressive burst being used for it. Just want to keep Resil in that corner. Content with that. Again. Get the throw. Got one stick of butter here. The low connects, and that is the Deus Ex Machina here. A lot of tension. Falsifier.
Makes sense. Shuts the bed from being able to use the 8-way air dash. And then you get the wall break, so you get to build up that little bit of burst with the positive.
Just again pressuring in. Not a lot of bullets or concentration left here for Falsifier though. FDing in the corner, doesn't want to deal with any of this, but it's just not really gonna go their way. A hard knockdown, just a regular one, but then get that counter though. RCing, and that is gonna title up.
Where's the damage? Oh man. The lockdown. Falsify gonna start feeling claustrophobic in this corner. Now it's gonna give the hard knockdown. Because it's the error in the install. Oh my, from the top.
Yeah. And that's Resil moving on into our top 8. Alright. Clean. Clean.
Bedman wins.
Beautiful stuff, of course. These are double elim brackets here. So, if you see a player on the winner's side lose, they are still alive in the bracket, and you can see how they fare with exclamation mark bracket. And shouts to Vlink as well, hitting us with the raid. Much appreciated. We got to see Vlink earlier on.
Yep.
But I think, judging by the raid, that means Shinky did beat Vlink.
Alright, I guess we should try again.
We're running it back. It's time. No desyncs, we believe.
Man.
I need a drum roll for this one.
Alright. We're gonna try again with Revill and Scarfed. That is the only match we have right now, so. But if that works out, we do unlock at least a couple more matches, so like 1, 2, 3 matches unlocked.
Okay.
So that's gonna be good.
Got Revill. We'll get Scarf topping on in just a second. Just as a reminder, all these players that you're seeing here today are playing for a sponsorship to the offline tournament that's coming end of May. Head Stomper over in Malmo, Sweden. It's going to be a huge offline where players get to play for ARC World Tour points in both the Guilty Gear Strive and the Grand Blue bracket. Fatal Fury players will be playing for that Esports World Cup qualifying spot. And Tekken players will be playing for their World Tour as well. So, ton of high-level offline action. We're trying to convert that online into the offline.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of interesting stuff going around. I've got another Gamba. I've been notified. And yeah, downstairs we go. Scarfed. With a pretty strong start here. Let's see if Revill can follow suit.
Unfortunately, not got clips. Maybe not anticipating the 2D after the 2K.
Going in here. Yeah, it's just in the end saying, you know what, I'm gonna burst. I don't want to deal with this pressure. It's too strong. No more. Counter hit.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so much damage since it's Chipp. Tyrant barrel clean.
Way too much damage there, right? And that is unfortunate events if being Chipp. We don't have a lot of life. Play around with not a lot of guts.
Oh, low.
Ooh, that works.
It's gonna be enough. It's gonna be enough. It's not a high damage in super at all. At best, it tickles. Oh! The block on the burst.
Yeah, and there we go. Scarfed. 1-0 in the lead. Again, looking very, very solid here. Some pretty interesting players we got in this bracket. Like, it could just be a normal debate, of course. So, yeah. Damn good.
I see Crows. 1 point on Resil with 2 on Scarfed.
Counter hits you bursting out here. Driver coming out, gonna get that throw. These guys in the salt mines grinding, shout out. Gonna get Half-Life lost here. And the tension building up for Scarfed.
Like a Reis copyright right there. Oh my days, that
oh
stole
my
the corner.
God. This
Hold
guy,
on.
what? How do you block that?
You don't.
It would, like, what do you mean I'm supposed to block that, right? Like, there's no way.
Personally, I'd just be pressing buttons.
Yep.
If I get hit by counter hits, I get hit by counter hits. I go out swinging. Don't pay to block.
You know what? You could do that. You do have that DP available saying, you know what? I refuse to deal with your nonsense. Now you deal with my nonsense.
Yeah, on a cross-up like that, though, if you get that DP off, you've got crazy good reactions and execution.
Yep.
TLC with the pickup. Efficient.
Very much so. Gonna get that jump in. Get started here. The pressure. Ooh, just gonna get knocked out. Okay. Pushing in, the throw coming out. Seeing back. There's now Revill being forced here in the corner. Not really using FD, right? Just keeping that meter. Well, there's not really much meter to keep anyways, but...
Still though, gets away with it. We'll get the knockdown here. Safe jumps. To the throw. Oh, the hoof stomp.
Yeah, but you have the burst here. Staying alive just little counter hit. J2K, my beloved, into the super, and that, Jonesy, is gonna make it a 2-0 situation.
Jeez.
Yo, Sleeping Bio, thank you again, man. 50 bucks to the prize pool. Well, not the prize pool, but the sponsorship fund, I guess. Thank you very much again. Too kind, too kind. Definitely helps out. We get a little bit of the players' travel sorted now, for sure, for sure.
What a legend.
So they are going to have, regardless, I'm going to pay for the hotel room. I'm going to pay for tickets and a shirt. But yeah, if we can give them a little bit extra for the travel, that's great.
Get a pick up.
There we go, Rex. In your court. But yeah, it's going to be set point here. Scarfed. Kind of clean with it, not gonna lie.
Just got to pick up. Forces the burst from Revill, makes sense. Chipp's mobility with the rope included is so difficult. Finally got this chip locked down though, does Revill. We'll get the throw, the pressure. No stamina, no burst, no tension though, so it's hard for Shin to continue the pressure, and that gives Scarf the opportunity to get out the corner.
The blade not gonna work out. Yasi, man! How are you supposed to block this? But never mind, well, you just press buttons harder, it's gonna work out.
I'll just go for the reset, makes sense. Even with the corner carry combo, it wasn't going to be enough to pick up, but not quite enough to get a war stick.
Yeah, drone not gonna work. Again, time to mix. We do have the burst here, but definitely it's gonna save it. Yeah, the 2P. Staying alive here, Revill. Just barely.
Scarf had to go like layer 5 or 7 or something. Fake the overhead. RC low, but sometimes too deep in the layers. And that's a lot of deep damage. Willing to take the risk though on the beta blade.
Right, still alive, but this is gonna do it. Scarfed. Slicing and dicing their way. Oof.
Chipp wins.
Yes. Well, the donation goal is kind of weird because we have the whole we have the whole Spain situation where a lot of our qualified players, they're from Spain. So we have 2 players from Spain, 1 player from Portugal, and because of the power outage, they're not able to play. But they did qualify, and it would be kind of, you know, I don't know, scummy is the right word, but it would definitely not be optimal to, you know, play it out without them. So what we're doing now is that we are just playing the rest of the bracket. We're praying that they get the internet back because we already have 2 other Spanish players that got internet back, like within the last 2 hours. So we just play matches here, as many as we can, and we just hope, you know, that something good happens and we can actually get the matches done. If not, I think it's the most fair maybe to relegate this tournament, just move it to tomorrow or something for the rest, or like Wednesday or something, I don't know, to play the rest out. But right now, today, we're just doing everything we can in a perfect world, they get the internet back, and today's the only stream where we do it. But from the looks of it, we might have to move it to, tomorrow or something, depending on emergency, Zoe's situation, internet situation, stuff like that. We are though gonna have. I'm gonna go out for just a little bit. Gonna have my boy Yucker on there. Love that guy. He loves me too. I know, in his heart. And yeah, it's gonna help out Jonesy for this next set. We're gonna go to the losers bracket. Yeah, it's crazy actually, right? I saw Spain saying that they probably not are gonna have the full capacity until in a week, which is crazy. But we are gonna go to losers side. We can have CrashTF up against Revill, as we just saw. Because otherwise we don't have. Yeah. But I don't think it's gonna be lasting for most. Hopefully they get emergency services, train, stuff like that up and running. Well, we have to see.
Rough, unfortunate timing. There's nothing else to say about it, really. It's just sometimes it be like that.
And the worst part is, I had a really, really cool exhibition lined up and everything for today. I can't say anything because of that, a disaster essentially, right? For there. Yeah. But for me, localized, it's a mini disaster as well. I'm just mostly sad that we can go the full plan. I think maybe again. At least I'm, I hope people are alright over there for sure.
It's good to witness production live on stream.
Or about Susan here.
Big Susans.
Wait, I have a good idea actually.
And then ice points. Oh, I see what you're cooking. I see what you're throwing out now. I understand. I see the vision. Okay. This is gonna. Yeah, make sure it lines up perfect. Oh no. Oh, the elements are all elementing. It's one pixel out, and it'll upset me.
There we go. Perfect.
I can already tell.
Artiste.
There's gonna be one pixel missing. Need the NCIS zoom in on that picture now to make sure
Zoom
it's
in,
perfect.
hands, please. Thank you.
We need 2 people on the keyboard.
All ticking away, just going S. Alright, I'm jumping into this a little late on the whole matter, so...
It's all good, man. Like Yucca, how we doing?
We're doing good. I actually just watched Electric State, new movie with people in it about robots, so that's pretty cool.
Electric.
Yeah, it's by the Russo brothers. It had Chris Pratt, Millie Bobby Brown. Is based off a novel or something. It was on Netflix. I was like, oh, this is cool. I like sci-fi. And it was a decent watch. 2 hours well spent. Which is the opposite of how fast that round went. That was mere seconds.
True. I'll put that on the to watch. Let's say less.
There you go. Oof. Love me some good old stagger pressure that gets rewarded with fat counter hits. Look at that. Half health already gone in record time yet again. Oof. Oh my goodness, Revill, just hard callouts after hard callouts. Beautiful. Good old harassment, good old classic Shin, just go for the pokes. You see, oh, 6p attempt there, but gonna go for the interesting interactions. Overhead is gonna be chicken blocks, still keeps the turn running. PRC, beautiful anti-air, that's gonna pump the burst. Let's try mash. Nope. Mash in response. Very nicely done there by Revill. Closing out the first game. The Austrian Crash, know why? Real. Think I don't think Ice went off to eat. So no more scoreboard updates. No more flag changes. It's a 0-0 for the end until the end of days. They're playing forever. Oh no, he's here.
It's just gonna be just Revill Crash throughout the whole day now. That's it.
Exactly. We're stuck in a cycle. Just keep commentating. Hopefully, maybe who knows? I've only heard the concept of like first 100s being played out in Central Fiction. I don't know if any other fighting game has taken to that.
It's definitely happened in Marvel 3. Shouts to that one. I'm trying to remember what the set was. It was a Coach Steve set. He got grabbed round start, and he hit pause and went straight back to character select. It was like, alright, cool.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, you take that game. It's all good. On to the next.
Yeah, we got 100 ahead of us. It's all chill. It's one of those just like cuts to like hits win condition, cuts to the victory screen, done in real life.
Yeah, that one. I don't know if that one was a first 100. It might have been like a 25 or 50.
One of the main first 100s I'm thinking of was this Hawkman player versus Yanami, and that went like 100 to 98. 12-hour long set.
Wow. MCI did one as well, between like the best Japanese player and the best American player. Cypher against Stealth. They started playing casuals, and then they were like, let's just run a first 100. And they were like, alright, cool, Celes.
Celes. It's awesome. Because if you can tough one out and like not feel the... Like you will degrade after like a few hours, of course, and it gets interesting because it's gonna go both ways, of course.
Yeah, and it's like a rollback from Japan to America as well, so got to contend with that, and it still went to like 195 or something ridiculous. It's hella sick. It might be on Maximilian's channel.
Check it out at some point. I do like these ideas. Just like click, watch a couple matches, skip forward like a few hours, see if anything crazy changes.
Wow. Le Paris! Sansens. No more.
We have health to gamble. And boy, are we going to gamble with it. Still, burst for CrashTF as well. 50 meters to play with. Oh. Negative burst. Ooh, a bit hasty on the DP there. Cashing out straight away into the super. Very nicely done. Wants to make sure the damage sticks. Gets this hard knockdown, right? You don't want to accidentally get bursted back to mid-screen where you have to struggle your way in. And there, Revill pressing on that life lead again.
Yeah, I think just recognized that the frame kill looked a bit janky, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna press. I don't really think you don't get a close S off this or anything like that. I'm not really in too much fear, in too much doubt, so I'll just press. Why not? Pays off.
Certainly. That's one of the beautiful hallmarks of truly being with the game for so long, is that you've moved past all the very technical aspects of the game, like how to control your character, the system mechanics, and you can really focus on something like real small niches like, okay, that jump in, that spacing, surely not, right? Let me press.
Matters a lot as well for character with a DP. Got to recognize the situations where the safe jump ain't actually safe.
Absolutely.
Oh, the fade away. Revill taking some Pachu lessons. I see.
I like that. Definitely, yeah. It's no shame to sort of go and look at somebody that might be playing your character at doing some interesting things, right? That might be more rewarding to then take that for yourself. It's all about just setting yourself up with the best tools, the best situations to simply overtake and win. Currently, CrashTF trying to do that for themselves here. It's out the DP, gonna get a nice, lovely punish, and that should just be the. Oh no, could have been around there, but able to find the next Kabari.
It looked a little bit janky. But we take those. It's all good.
Drops are always a little sus, but hey, close out the round, all fine.
Just a happy little accident.
Certainly.
We'll get the wall break there, positive to come for Crash. We'll get back up to full burst. Plenty of attention to work with. Baiken, the DP on wake up, right back at you with the overdrive.
Oh, good damage. RC wants a little bit more, and yeah, Revill gonna have to burst if they want to try and make this comeback. Good fight, P and here, very lovely, able to just get the wake-up throw, close slash, baits out the parry. We don't see an RC just yet. Tries to throw again. PRC chase this guy. To keep the pressure overhead is found straight into the tyrant barrel. Pixel health, a burst available. Not enough to be able to get out of a combo though, and just a low poke. Or actually, that's not a low, but still poking at the feet.
Deceptive mid.
Mm.
Ends up connecting. Revill takes it. 3-0 in the end. That is going to be the end of Crash's run, unfortunately, but still someone that was meant to be for the Spain versus France exhibition. Obviously, because of all the issues there. Crash and Neos helped fill out the bracket just that little bit more, so we get plenty of time here in today's stream.
Because who are we missing? I see. I can imagine Andros is currently out of commission. Cuenca would be the same.
Sca's also as well, because Sca is Portuguese, so Sca as well.
Okay.
So it's it's a rough one.
Alright, I got the deets DM to me, so that means that I think looking at it, all we have left is Minion and Scarfed.
Yeah, at the very least, those will play, and then it'll then fold back down to loser's side, and then the loser plays Neos. So there's still we can still stall out for at least 2 more sets.
And then we just gotta hope that some connections are back online, and otherwise it's up to Ice's very wrinkly brain to come up with some content to appease the masses. Prage.
Part 6Ps. In hopes that it works. But it's just one of those unfortunate things. Of course, the players today and maybe, depending on what happens in the near future, but either way, players in this bracket, in that exclamation mark bracket link, in that challenge page, are playing for that sponsorship to Head Stomper. The offline end of May over in Malmo, Sweden, where these players will get to play in the offline Guilty Gear bracket, which is also a gold event in the Arc World Tour.
Yeah.
So points on the line.
Definitely, it's one of the earlier events, so it's going to be a real interesting kickoff to the whole experience. And now, kind of the question going into this year of Arc World Tour is kind of like, what is Arc System's level of support now left for Strive? I think the first Arc World Tour, and certainly the second one, active development, right? Got some good, decent communication going around. I know there was a bit of an arc of let's try bring Arc a little bit more accountable with their communications. But now it feels like they're significantly slowing down. Certainly, possibly a new IP in the works. Who knows? And yeah, if it's going to be mainly the same patch, or just we're going to get the one big patch per character update, who knows? Now, Minion versus Scarf, Zato versus Chipp, and already we are off to the blocking state. You are so comfortable. Oh!
That is crazy. It recovered in time. Because Minion actually pressed, was that far H, I think? I'm not too sure. I didn't quite catch the stream replay.
I believe it was HS, yeah.
Yeah, got caught pressing the button after pace, but the invul from Beta Blade actually still avoided it anyway. Crazy stuff. Oh, wow.
Something like that. Ooh, very nice 6P. RC wants a little bit more. No burst. Goes for the rope combo. Able to get some more damage. Suns in Roga. Finally, it's super in Chipp's name. That can kill. No wall break, however, but hey, that's alright. You take it around.
Zooms. Both characters, of course, made of paper mache, so both characters very capable of deleting each other's life bar.
That's a pretty good comparison. I'd say Zato would compare more like cardboard, whereas Chipp is that Bible paper, you know?
Oh, the Bible. Oh, my. That was the worst feeling as a kid. Especially when your primary school's like... In the UK, you can get primary schools where you're like attached to like the churches, basically. Well, not attached, but pretty
adjacent.
much adjacent, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be very, very careful. There's also like some science books are like that as well. It's annoying, but we move. Ooh, snatched.
But then find the shot. Taking the bite. A minion maybe tried to look for an air throw. But JH
Yeah, I think
was already out.
I think Minion was a little shaken because it's like, okay, you're down to your last health. Chipp, as a character, has his DP, and in the situation, it was kind of clear, like, okay, Minion now has a lot of tension to his name, has Scarf knocked in the corner, and due to the command grab, has Eddie back on deck. That you can then, you know, run the pressure, find a mix-up, get the wall break, go into Sun Void, hard knockdown, loop situation, win game. So the out for Scarf would be, oh, let me just DP here, just let's let YOLO our way out. So Minion, looking to respect that, instead gave Scarf the opportunity to be like, I'm just gonna jump out because I know you know I want to DP.
Yeah, maybe
I think
rather
we,
than reacting late and going for the jump, could maybe.
I think reacting
It's
late is
hard.
definitely.
It's hard because you react late and you think, well, if you've reacted late already, you might as well have just chilled in 6p. But then if you're sitting back to 6p, it's very easy for the chip to then just like J2K cross up
Yep.
or Alpha Blade out or something. There's a lot of intricacies just in that one final interaction between the two.
Absolutely, we did see a late reaction. I think at some point, Minion did try to go for like Far Slash, I believe, to just, you know, the little shadow bite to try and tag Scarf to at least get him to block, bring him back down. But in this case, it all didn't work out, and by that point, Scarf long in the air, getting right behind you, and then JHS did the rest.
Portugal seems to be back online. Okay. Yes, the stall is slowly working.
Progress, beautiful. Also, though, for one internet victory, we shifted over to another. Apparently, Scarf is saying that there is a bit of a laggy feel, especially in the last round there between them and Minion. So, see what happens with that. Okay, everybody's gonna do a quick restart their games, restart the lobby, get that. Try to appease the evil Arxis netcode, right? Let's make sure to spread your holy incense every time you boot up Strive to appease the machine spirit inside to give you a favorable connection.
Yeah, that's the issue right there. Ice was not praising the Omnissiah. Some might say heretical from Ice.
Some might say indeed. Although it depends on who you ask. The whole thing of praising the Omnissiah is heretical, but who else are you gonna get to study ancient technology and kind of play catch up on the dark ages of or was it the dark age of enlightenment?
That's why me personally, I stick to praising Gork and Mork.
Mm.
Gork and Mork.
Brutally cunning and cunningly brutal.
All day. Because Ice is as simple as get.
I have to check up on the Crimson Fists again, because it's like, I know they're Codex compliant, but I don't know if they go all Black Templar, must praise Emperor, Steel Rain, and all that. The Omnissiah is technically Emperor, so no heretical about it. Yeah, but it could also be the dragon, you know, the one Catan shard. Ooh, whoa, Ice. Oh no, on the front page, yo.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh
Is
me,
your
oh
mother with
my.
that mouth? Sheesh.
Right, the restarts have been happening, and to be fair, with all of these restarts and Strive being Strive, it is enabling us to stall out in hopes that both Spain and Portugal recover. Portugal getting back online is a good sign, though.
But is it like is it a power outage or was it an internet outage?
I think it was a power outage, which would then obviously cause a bit
That's
of outages or something.
that's some serious shit then to have basically an entire country or like relevant parts of the of relevant to this event parts of the country being all shut down at the same time. 2 countries even. Do they share a power grid or like a big ass reactor or something?
I mean, they most likely do, but I haven't really read up on this, so it's hard to say.
Right. Okay.
But I could see neighboring countries, especially something like Spain, Portugal. I could see them, especially Portugal, requiring that kind of relationship of sharing.
Yeah, like say you pool the funds with Spain, and then you get a big old nuclear reactor going, and it's like, all right, perfect. This helps all of us. Wonderful. I don't know about you, but I'm the Gorka Morkstan. So now we need to at some point just run like a salty.
It's time to build up the tabletop sim.
Yeah, build a taste of. No, more like get the salty questionnaire going, and we need to figure out like who everybody paints/plays.
Right,
I'm interested in that list.
Get your new recruit lists out. 1K, we're keeping it professional competitive here. We're doing 2K lists only.
Actually, I've never played Warhammer. I've only painted it, and I paint it slowly. Because I don't know if you remember the Games Workshop standards. You had like play ready and parade ready, and painting things to be parade ready can take you months, and that's fun.
It's quite funny when you watch competitive Warhammer, because like the top end, you'll get one guy who's basically just literally done the quickest coats of paints ever, just to make sure that you don't. Because the way the points work is, you get 10 points for bringing a battle ready army, so like a painted army. So some just do the bare minimum to get it, and then others will actually do super highly detailed modeling with proper paint schemes for their armies and all that stuff.
That's what I understand is like a big market for Warhammer is that like painting shops, right, where they get assignments from pro players who will go from one list to the next based on changes in the systems, and they'll say like, I need these like, here are my units, here's my plastic, make it nice, please. And other people are like, 3 coats of paint, let's go.
People thought fighting game devs would patch games with zero communication. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Look, I just talked to a Warhammer pro and asked them what they think of Games Workshop. That is definitely not the front page.
Yeah. You thought it was all about like, oh, I can't lab against the DLC characters. You need to spend you need to spend a paycheck on the next list after patch.
Do that one. Does she really love that costs you a boatload of money? Yeah, then I'll trash. Enjoy.
Maybe they'll be back. Probably never.
Maybe not. Could just bring out a new edition and they'll just make everything invalid. Who knows?
Who knows? Or they'll like decide to reboot your entire faction line. So all those firstborns you like? No, Primaris.
Oh, counter hit confirms. Put those on lock. Okay, I see you sparked.
Oh, big old jump in. Gonna be cashing out very nicely here. Gonna do some good damage. Wall splat into the super. Not gonna do the greatest amount of damage, but it's all about that wall break into hard knockdown, into positive meter bonus. So I believe, depending on how the situation plays out, mineion not too likely to burst, especially after that mix-up.
It definitely, just the way that round went, it's one of those where you don't even burst, you're just like, right, I'm gonna just chill. Not
Be in
waste
control of that emotion.
Yeah, not waste too much of my emotions or my mental.
So you hate to see it currently. Going burst into getting hit again. Sun Void is unfortunately not connecting, but still, Minion's turn keeps on going. And being locked in the corner, holding the Zato mix does inevitably spell doom as Minion takes the second game and ties it up 1-1.
Zato wins.
Answering back. Tying up the games. Phone service is back. Okay, the hotspot bracket. It's time.
It's time. Question is, will Ice sell out? Will he, for once, forgive the ruling of Ethernet cables only? Close enough to the router is not good enough.
God, I don't know how I would feel about playing against someone on a phone hotspot in rollback connection. As amazing as rollback is, like, I don't need to deal with characters teleported all over the place.
There was this, there's this NA to EU BB tag bracket gets hosted. And there's this one player from Barbados who everyone kind of just, I don't know, they don't really gel because it's like, okay, everybody I can have like a stable connection, and then there comes this dude from Barbados playing the most foul mix-up characters. Adio.
Oh yeah, Ice is...
A quick network connection.
We are... Excited to see how a connection test works for these online tournaments.
I mean, sometimes it's this, like, you do the first step, which is you do the funny system that runs the numbers, and it goes like, okay, let's look at this. Everything seems fine here. Then you go into the play test. Ice plays one, Ice plays the other, and then if it goes like fine for me on both, then it's the unlucky doggo. You two just have really bad routing.
Yeah, that's kind of just the worst sometimes when that happens.
Are you ready?
Well, it's just like nothing that can be really done. I forgot that was an emote.
What is this?
That's a cry.
Man,
All it takes is a follow.
let's rock.
So what's great now after playing Ice, it's making me realize that she plays like that anyway. It's not even a connection test. Ice is just treating this as a way to say he beats top players.
Yeah, it takes the footage like, look at this, I got them completely shook. I'm just doing these crazy strings and no teching, no responses, they're all too afraid. I mean, they understand. Like, see, look, he clips it out of context, one combo being like insane run there. Perfect at them.
I wonder if he's if Ice has labbed out optimal damage in the second round. Ice isn't undefeated today. Let's stop that. I beat Ice in the first of 3. Anyone that asks if it was less than a first of 3 can suck a lemon. So Ice gotta hold that. No one plays first to 2 in Strive. No one plays a first to 2 in Strive. So I will not take this slander. That was pre-lockdown. Wait, was it actually? No, it wasn't. It was lockdown. That's how long ago it was. It wasn't even pre. Take the pre out. It was just lockdown.
Yeah, that's crazy to consider. There was a time that Strife was played first to 2.
No one talks about that bracket. Keep that locked away in the vault.
Yeah, I'm just I'm a first to 2 boomer. It was a very funny mix-up when I first hopped on Salty for Strive. Was be like, oh yeah, and there they won. Oh no, wait, never mind. There's a whole other game still left to be played.
I remember when it first came out, C4 was trying to run free round sets. I don't know if they were first to 2 free rounds or first to 3 free rounds. But yeah, he was trying to run 3 round sets.
That's an interesting one because it's like
because
I
it
see
changes the way you play around burst and stuff.
definitely, but burst is the big one. But what's funny is like in things like Xrd and CF, the ranked modes at arcades are 3 rounds, but then tournaments and everything else have done the 2 rounds, first to 3s, and then like finals to get that first to 5 treatment. And then since like, then they moved on to the PC port, which was like in response to what has been established at tournaments, they've then changed the ranked mode there to be 2 rounds instead. But yeah, Xrd on arcade and CF on arcade is 3 rounds ranked.
Oh.
Which, thankfully it is, because you're spending 100 yen per round per game.
Yeah, you better get your money's worth out of those rounds.
Exactly.
Or you just constantly keep winning, and then you get your money's worth, and it's all good.
That was an interesting conversation I had as well with my friend group, because that's how I used to play Century Fiction back when I was playing it first 3 rounds, and then I started attending my local and I said, like, listen guys, we gotta play 2 rounds now. I need to get used to this burst economy.
Yeah. Yo, shouts to Antonio. The raid, much appreciated.
Thank you, welcome. I don't think we have any Matcherino codes this time, so just sit back and enjoy as we try to kill as much time while we wait for Portugal and Spain to get their power back.
We do have !donate. So people tuning in can use that and click on the link if they want to add to the fundraiser for players playing today. Because ISK is funding 2 of the players, but if we get enough in the fundraiser, we can make it a 3rd player. Which means more players get to travel to offlines, more players get to compete in the R.E.V.O tour. That's what we all just want to see in the end.
Absolutely. We know that all these players are indeed hungering for their chance at this. This is our last chance qualifier, right?
Yeah, basically, so like after, a couple of weeks of SaltyEUs, players got enough points to then play in what this is, so effectively an invitational. And it's a way for them to go to Head Stomper.
Right.
I think you can still pay yourself anyway. You can do !Head Stomper and find out. I'm pretty sure you can still get a pass or whatever and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm getting a t-shirt because I jumped the gun and got my pass way early before I was like, oh yeah, I'll help out with Stomper things.
A t-shirt does look dope though, the new Head Stomper one. It looks sick. Looks clean.
I'm still bummed it's not a hoodie, but I can't blame it. It's going to be middle of summer.
That is diabolical to sell a hoodie here. End of May. Literally, it's like summer's going to be peaking.
Nice. Get that hard knockdown, try and generate some of that resources back, especially that burst gauge, right? The more you can get returned from the positive beater bonus, especially when you're now going to win, but yeah, going into the super, it's going to freeze all the timers. So you do get the kill, but I think maybe the question is, could Scarf route that a little longer to keep the positive beater bonus timer running?
Try and be a bit more optimal in the burst gauge gainage. I see. Instead now has to deal with being stuck in the corner. Down Fang and refill the eddy gauge, which means more Zato pressure is going to be applied. Empty low connects. Stun, avoid, executes the wall break. Once again, refilling that eddy gauge to keep running the pressure, keeping Scarf locked down.
At some point, you just crack. Oh, I think that's some of the scariest mix in general. I think across all fighting games is delay air dash, or like jump delay air dash, or jump low. It's just so difficult, especially when things are kind of obscured by another entity on the screen doing punches and drills and clapping in your face and becoming a giant shield. It becomes tricky to see those things. Just like this mix-up from Scarf, I can't blame Minion. That was evil work at hand. Power canceling into the super, gonna get that hard knockdown, as well as that positive meter bonus to try and get that 50 tension back as soon as possible for some more mix-up action.
Danger in the situation. Deflect shield is the answer with the 6p to get out. Blocks the burst as well. RC for the pop to get the extension. Invite hell, and now the set play begins. The spacing to avoid the YRC.
We see Scarf trying to jump out, but this time Minion is ready with those 6 pieces. You will hold this here and you will stay still. However, no hard knockdown, so a chance here for Scarf to find the opening. YRC, I want my turn back. Deflect shield away, get the space going, but Eddie is ready to be deployed. Let's see if Minion finds the opportunity to do so. There it is, and the heavy slash coming roaring in to tie up the set 2 apiece.
Yeah, you can see that Scarf tried to sneak the 2k in. Tried to tag that little gap that Pierce has in between the 2 swipes that Eddie does in order to slap the Eddie away, take him away, but Minion calling that out with the heavy slash connects onto Scarf, and we get game 5.
Here we go. I'm taking a look at the bracket. It's a good change of pace. Finally, a game 5 on our hands.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Being opened up already. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get the craziest corner carry due to it being a sandwich pressure. The patience there from Scarf. Not yet burst. Trying to find a little bit of that shimmy angle. Hoping for an approach, a chance here. Trying to get Minion to crack open. There is the opening. However, not able to get the full conversion, and Minion ready with the challenge.
Oh, the defense on point. Deals the left, right, and the high-low. Even like Tetris right now with the blocks. Burst now gone on the side of Minion.
Oh, Eddie able to catch the drill. Very interesting.
What? With ideas so good, Eddie's gonna cover. Drunken Shade. Stop sprinting at me.
We need to slow down. Take a chill pill. You're not yourself. Eat a Snickers.
What?
Ooh! Good
Jeez.
snipe. And I'm trying to play a little patient while hoping for the Eddie meter to run out, but able to unsummon and bring him back to full. The oppose there, able to shield Minion from the jump in from Scarf. Unfortunately, Scarf not able to get too much going as of yet. Constantly challenging, however, flying straight into a 6p is not the way you want to go, especially such a dire situation.
Moment to YRC then. After dealing with so much pressure, air to air. Again, the air to air IA, DJH not quite connecting in the way that Scarf may be looking for. Just find the tag onto Eddie. Oh, the air to air this time. No, never mind. I thought third time might have been the charm for Scarfed, but it wasn't to be. In Minion gonna take it 3-2. Move on to win the side top 8.
That's a painful one. So many times you find all these stray hits. It's almost like, okay, I reacted and envisioned correctly. However, I'm not getting these conversions going. Whereas simply anytime Minion got a touch, there was a lot more damage to fall behind that, and that's a race down to the bottom in terms of damage. And at some point, the life total is going to influence how buttons are being pressed and and how much confidence at that. Especially there, Scarf's feeling, I think, like, I need to get this conversion, especially that 2S, 2HS, being like, this will be an optimal start, especially already launched. I can get the run combo going in the wall. Should be beautiful, but it isn't meant to be. So to the loser side we go, and hopefully, maybe a full run.
It's an unfortunate feeling when you're getting the hit, but the conversion ain't there, and that's 3 times in a row as well for Scarfed. Tough one. Moves on to losing side to face off against Neos, which, depending on the situation, may be the set that we get up next. Of course, we are holding strong and praying that the outages in Spain and Portugal do indeed get resolved.
It's definitely one of those on the note of getting these stray hits, but having a hard time converting. It's probably one of the things that can easily frustrate you in a set when you're just looking at the situations, being like, why am I getting all these dirty little jabs that don't go into anywhere? But then me trying to like push for more, I end up eating a fat counter hit. Where's the equality in that, Mr. Daisuke? Point it out,
Mr. Daisuke, please.
please.
Yeah, it's rough when you get that tag and you IED, but the IED goes too far, and then you just feel it's just a feels bad moment all around.
Right.
Not for the Zato though, to be fair. Take the drops all day.
Exactly. Set up into Eddie.
For the Chipp enjoyers, definitely a feels bad moment there. Promise to watch Despicable Me 5 next Clash. Oh my god.
Is there Despicable Me 5 coming?
I don't even know. I don't even want to know.
Or is it just the Illumination dead horse that they keep beating year after year?
I don't know what. I don't know. I don't even know at this point. It's too much too fast. So it looks like we'll go down to losers Neo Scarfed. And then we'll just have to see what the situation is.
What kind of content does Ice pull out of his magic hat? I did hear talks of possibly postponing, which is, it's a bit unfortunate with the front page opportunity that Salty currently has, being a little bit of a miss. But sometimes, if anything, this reminds me of Zero Fundamentals. Every time we host a local, it's exactly the time that the train system wants to do maintenance.
Of course. Okay, heavy booms. Actually gets the tag as well. And that's the risk when you go for guard point, cancels his Leo in pressure against Chipp. Dash 2k.
Oh, look at this.
Such a quick deterrence against the kind of stuff that Neo started to go for there. Still though, tanky boy.
Tanky as he may be, that was still quite a lot of red on the screen. YRC trying to take the turn back here. Neos gets the Berserker Slash, able to side swap. A little bit of footsies off the back turn, finds the overhead though. Scarf not wanting to give any more room, space, whatever. Instantly burst and just make sure to close out that first round with confidence.
Yeah, break through the turbulence. Pillar of Fire denied by the DP.
Oh, a little too far away. 2D, yo, sends it. Fortunately, Scarf a little too ready there, able to get these throw back, baits out the DP. And without, oh, wait, wall splat. It's enough.
Hey.
That's definitely a little, always a bit sussy with Strive. It's like, all right, let's go. Block the DP, punish time. And then you see the dreaded wall splat. And you're like, but I had so much more to route from.
I respect Leos kind of sending it with that 2D. Not gonna lie. Like,
I think that's Leo Brain at play.
If someone whiffs throw and panic RCs, I feel like they're just gonna go for a throw again. And 2D is the answer there.
Stage dive straight into their knees.
Listen, I'm just trying to say it's 2 gorillas now against 100 chips.
There's still hope for me for Twitter yet, because like I just wake up one day and all of a sudden the discussion is like 100 people say they could beat a gorilla, and then people are just posting gorilla feats. Like, do you see their teeth? Have you ever seen a hairless gorilla? Do you see that muscle? You don't want that smoke.
Feels like a Joe Rogan podcast moment where he just goes, "Hey Jimmy, pull up the picture of the gorilla.
Yeah.
Look at that. That thing's jacked, dude."
That thing's jacked, dude. It's like, do you know, like, just pull. Have you seen that video of the gorilla just like tear a dude in half? Just Jamie, give me that video.
Jimmy, get the video.
Jamie.
Oh, we are putting shields up. Yes. Avengers to me.
Beautiful Captain America shield indeed. Starting off nice with a flash kick. Berserker slash sets into the back turn. A little bit of that stagger pressure. Don't feel too nice now on the receiving end though. Scarf very brave to press. Crosses over to the other side with the JS. Finding a quick opening and also with the rope already said it's going to... Whoa! Easily convert into the corner as well as make it safe. Scarf is just too nice.
Oh no! Wait, that was so wacky though.
Yeah, just like that last hit reaching to the skies, so...
If that last hit, Celes couldn't do anything. Oh my days, that is actually hilarious. Oh no! Live by the flash kick. Die by the flash kick.
It's a beautiful tool, but of course a very potent one. So life is all about moderation. Don't drink too much water. Don't eat too much food.
Oh no!
God, this absolute landslide that Scarf is living off now here is going to be getting this hard knockdown. Positive meter bonus is ticking. We're going to soon be getting into Wild Assault Burst Deflect territory in the burst gauge.
Back to H, overhead connects. Looks for it again, tries to get cheeky with the guard crush. Scarf ready with the challenge though.
Get a quick finish here. So 2 games so far for Scarf, and man, I think Neos has kind of just been, signing their own death warrant with these flash kicks that are continuously been baited or just might have simply been safe jump setups from Scarf that lead into massive damage, and not having a burst to deny that. It's a problem that you're going to have to address if you want to try and make the 3-game comeback you have to do if you want to stay alive in this sponsorship bracket.
Let's see what Neos has in the bag. The offline warrior that is Neos, always traveling. So we'll definitely like to save a bit of the bank and get an opportunity to travel to Head Stomper. All covered. Knockdown. Cross up dealt with. Neos defending, but eventually tried to challenge back the flash kick, and oh my. A red.
You didn't think it was possible with Chipp, but Daisuke said, lo and behold, rope set. Oh, BRC backwards, takes a bit of time to try and run the pressure, but already conceding here, so now both players vying for that first hit, trying to let their longest range normals do the talking. There you go, excellent footsies played out here by Neos. Are seeing once a little bit more damage, though the burst into the corner is going to set up Scarf pretty nicely here, especially with all that meter to play with.
5D. Backdash is going to get caught though.
Whoa!
And it gets caught once more, opts to pop the burst.
Nice AD, keep him locked to the corner. Yo, hold on, we just booming on block?
I respect it. Wow. Okay. The emo burst, it pays off in the end. Sometimes it's better to run off the emotions rather than the brain. Pipe counter hit, recognizing the Scarf, but happy to challenge after blocking. Back turn H. I'll knock down off this. But Neos got plenty of meters, so Scarf has to respect reversal super into RC. That's why I probably went for a cross up instead.
YC, look at the fires desperately here. Still a burst on the side for Scarf.
What's his incest?
Ooh.
Couldn't punish. It's gonna be enough. Scarfed on set point here.
trying to chase down for the time being. Already has him locked in the corner. Catching the backdash. There's a lot of patience here. Oh, wow. That's a dirty flash kick. Oh, no punish. Getting away with murder here.
Run through. Oh, the command grab. Into the OTG. Neo staying alive.
Yeah, so a chance here. A shot still a little close there for comfort. So Neos might have taken the last 2 games to try and get a little bit of a footing here, figure out Scarfed's style. But, you know, Scarfed in response also has that room now. First game went by. There's still a second game to collect the data before we go into the final game. Or Scarf might have already locked in here and now.
Let's see, we just got one game 5. We're running it back with another.
Perhaps. We'll see. It'll all depend on Neo. Although starting off with a big old forward slash to the face is not the ideal way you want to challenge for that 5th and final game. Already suffering to the stagger pressure. And I don't know if that was the most insanely cracked reaction to confirm that opening or if it was just an OS. Either way, Scarfed is on a rocket ride here, going straight into super after super. No prisoners, just wants to end this first round on a perfect, but a pixel health. Okay.
Hold on. 2DRC, run through. Oh my days. Oh my days. Ooh.
Numbers, back turn stance. Guard break, keeps it running. The run in 2K.
Neos's greed to get that guard crush every single time has not paid off and has been challenged.
Kind of stuff they've written about in the Bible. Such greed.
Such a shame. Because that back turn combo was so sick.
True. Go finds the opening and yeah, understanding the damage that comes out from the rope. Wants to burst immediately, but the approach from Scarf is not to be let up. Just get straight into right in there, just ticking at the toes. Has a burst available. Quick frame kill. YRC. Neos wants a bit of time to play now.
I think Scarf will be able to close it out with the overdrive. The Zoop Zoop confirms the end for Neos. Scarf takes it 3-1, moves on in the bracket.
Chipp wins.
Shout out to Neos, of course, for hopping in. Was meant to be a part of the Spain versus France exhibition that was meant to be on before this bracket. Of course, with the outages in Spain and Portugal, that exhibition could not happen, and now we are seeing if any of the players are able to get online, because the remaining sets are involving Andros, Cuenca, and Scatter, who are all affected parties.